Okay, welcome. This video here I have these are adapters. Obviously they're out of computers, they're out of charging phones, they're out of anything. But anything to do from 110 to 12 volts DC. These convert to DC. And there's different polarities and they come with a cord. Anyways, I strip these. I'll show you, I'll strip them up here and I'll show you what's inside these here. A lot of guys don't know. They just throw them in the trash or they cut the cord off. They don't personally know. But this is what I'll show you. This is what we're looking at here. With a transformer. This one's actually got a heatsink, which is a little bit better. We'll have a little bit of brass. Put a magnet on it because I've seen sometimes there's steel. These things. So these come out of brass. That's your transformer. So what you want to do is knock your transformer out. That's the heatsink. You can strip that down. That's what we're looking at. We're fishing for transformers. This is one off a computer. I say they're kind of a pain, to be honest. They're not that easy to strip. Well, you could, but you know, you have a couple of heat sinks. Either side is a heat sink, and there's copper in there, little toroids with copper and the transformers. But the transformers I find are too small. So the actual yield is not that great. Here's another one. These are Profit Cross-seat laptops. Not 100% sure. Depends on the voltage, but they probably are laptops. Aluminum with heat sinks on each side. For another aluminum wrap there. Oof, it's in there pretty good. Use really sticky stuff. There it is. This I would say just throw this in shred, maybe pinch a little bit of aluminum off. But you want these if they're heavy, right? Just a little bit lighter one. You want the ones that got weight. We're looking for right there, transformers. Just take the circuit board off. So we're looking for right there. And we'll take these off here. Well, this one's a little bit tougher, but break it off, whatever. It's only a small amount that's stuck inside. Circuit board. Transformer. Move the circuit board off. Like that. Take these off here. Brass. We'll magnet them later, put a magnet on it, but they're generally brass, but I found some that were steel, so that's what kind of always in the back of my mind to double check. You don't want to get embarrassed. You think it's all brass and it's steel, and then they put a magnet on your load. They look at you like you're trying to cheat. It's best that you double check to be safe. Sometimes it's easier just to pop it out that way. Plastic. See the transformers? Put the circuit board off. This one's actually got a metal casing on it. You want to take the casing off. Only if you're planning to strip it. If you're not planning to strip it, don't bother. It's just going to add more weight to your load. But I want to strip this. Got more to do. You could line them up. Just keep getting them until you have a good load, and then you can process them. Unless you do one or two at a time, then you're on top of it at all times. It's got a circuit board, a little bit of aluminum, a little bit of wire here. This one's fairly light, but not too bad. The ones that are really light, they have a transformer like that that's plastic and it's paper wound, and it's just a pain to really do anything with it. I don't bother. If it's too light, it goes in the shred. Gotta have some weight. See how fast your brass adds up? Easy to accumulate. Got one more here. I got this one today. Might as well just strip this down. This came today, or it came off a Christmas tree actually. It came from China. It's a 220 here. It's a European power. A couple of heat sinks here. To be honest, it was kind of light. Really nothing in it here. My advice is just pull aluminum off it, or just throw in the shred directly. This is it's fiddly work there. If you have time, it's okay, but sometimes you spend too much time on junk. It occupies too much of your time, you know what I'm saying? Has to yield some value. These here, even this one is plastic or something. It's really weird. Some kind of, I don't understand with this one here. Plastic. Your ground is plastic, it should actually be real ground. So there's obviously a fault in the circuit already. Okay, so with these ones here, you have to look at it and say, well, what do you want to do? You want to strip them, sell them the way they are as transformers? Before, you couldn't sell them that way. They would say, no, that's still in a shred because it's plastic. What I do, I get the fancy machete here made in Vietnam. One's in China, one's a little too thin. You want the old school from the 70s, 80s, 90s. They're a lot better. So what you do is kind of start on one corner here. So it starts to, and you don't want to go, it's always a blooper, huh? Okay, whatever. You have to sell some of my scraps. Got too much under my table. So anyways, you saw that, look how easy that was, just like nothing. We have to get it slowly. Start one corner and get it right between the plates. That. And strip all these down. Don't go too hard because you want to damage the blade. See that? Just enough to do it. Had the axe is too wide. Yeah. If you can get a meat cleaver, like one of those Chinese ones from Chinatown, that are really thick, like thick and strong, you can try one of those too. They work pretty good. Just haven't been around Chinatown for a long time, but you go to a second-hand store, you might find them. When I go to those dollar stores where the machetes they're like more like heavy steel. See that? Blade is perfect. Not even nothing there, see? But I'm not going too nuts, right? I'm just kind of even outs. It's already open, see? It's delaminated already. Then you have your brass here. We're going to get back to transformers in a second. Just want to get this here ready. So that's all brass. I'll put a magnet on here to double check. Nothing sticking. See, we saved all that brass. Okay, so now what we're going to do is put the machete away. And what we're going to do, I like to get a little point here. We're going to weigh these up here. I don't know, I lost one transformer, so we lost a little bit of weight. But pull some of this paper off. This one's got the plastic here. A little bit more of a pain, but I could just poke it through if you want. Works too. There it is. We do those after. Take my gloves off here. It's like finicky work, but you know, it's hard if you got gloves on. You know, I used to throw this stuff always in the shred for years. Well, actually, you know, to be honest, I used to buy them. You know, like 15 cents a pound or something. They paid something little, but they did buy them. And I stopped buying them. We're talking about 15 years ago at least, or older. I used to buy it all the time. And I used to pay good money for all this low-grade stuff. Was all good sellable. Now there's some of the stuff they don't even buy at all. But you know what they do is they put it in a machine, it grinds it all up, shreds everything up, and it separates it. Separates the steel and everything. I mean, you have the technology, but what the problem is the shipping. You know, shipping everything in containers, and containers cost so much, and containers used to go to China back for free kind of thing. Now they want money all around. You know, more goods would go back empty. You know, they'd be full containers and they'll go back empty, if you know what I mean. So they would charge you now for empty containers. And the prices went so high that people can't make any money with low grade. They stopped getting it. And plus, a lot of low grade materials had a lot of waste. There was a lot of plastics involved. And then, you know, and the country has to dump all the plastic and garbage. Like we said, the containers to the Philippines. And it was just pure garbage. It was ridiculous. And they banned all that. I mean, why are you going to send garbage materials? You want to send recyclable materials? No, it's pure garbage. They took advantage of this recycle system. You know? And this, for these little transformers, there are actually a lot of potential there. For such a small transformer. And some transformers have really big windings. Some have finer copper windings. You know, they all vary. This one's really tight, actually. But you can see how that thing just chopped the stuff up like nothing, right? On bigger transformers, you can do it, but it's a little bit hard on the blade. But people do it. It's just, I think if you want it for small stuff like this, it's well worth it. This one doesn't come out at all. It's a little fiddly, right? This is thick wire, that's why it's being hard. Thinner the wire is, the more flex it is. Even to bend this here, you can see it just doesn't want to go. We'll clean it up off camera a little bit. Do the bulk for now. We only did about maybe 8 transformers. We'll see if I can dig the other one out, throw in the garbage. Look how much you got, and it's, look at this, I still have a whole bunch of transformers here. So the ratio is pretty good. And that copper being $4.51 Canadian, my scrapyard, that's pretty good. But I've seen it even higher, $4.80, $4.90. You know, we're not close to $5, but you know, we don't know where it's gonna peak out at. It might be fairly peaked already. We don't know. So I'm gonna sell just so that. Like a guaranteed money sitting versus if I need money and the prices aren't there, so what do? So you have to sell, right? But right now what I'm doing is just eating up so much money. It's a problem. Non-stop, everything, and the guys are constantly changing prices on you. Tell you one price and they tell you another price, so cost is quite a bit. Okay, we stripped it. This is an old sheet here, aluminum. You know, I wasn't looking for aluminum, but it came out of there. So we're gonna look at the weight here. That's 0.3 right now. This container. So half a pound of copper came out of probably 8 transformers, maybe. Because the two of the big ones were nothing in them. Still, half a pound is a half a pound, right? You've seen it, it didn't take that long. All you do is just compress it. $2 with transformers. Right? $2 there, $2 here, all adds up at the end. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I mean, like I say, get yourself, like I say, this is just a plain machete, but an older one, right? The newer ones, the metal's a little different, but you go to those dollar stores, you can find them once in a while. That's the blade there. It's pretty narrow. And all you do is, you know, don't go crazy. Just start banging it slowly, and then once it goes, copper soft, it should cut no problem. Okay guys, have a great day. Thanks for watching.